Hey there, this is going to be a brief tutorial on WIIMcast, which is Women in Influencer Marketing's new casting system that's part of our membership. So this is the look of our site. Once you log in here and you're a paid member, you will see that if you navigate to resources and castings, this will be the page that you'll land on. So there are two directions to go from here. All talent managers who are sent our castings log in here and they go ahead and submit them. But here, you're here because you're casting talent. So you'll go ahead and select this button here. So from here, you'll be prompted to go through our intake questionnaire. So you have two options for the intake questionnaire. You can either go down the brief path, which is generally when you're in a pitching phase and you have limited information, or you can go down a more comprehensive path if you have all of the information. So I will show you how it works here. So we're going to get your first name. You can reach dozens of the best influencer talent agencies and managers. And these are the two tracks. Either the fast track that you're pitching and you have limited information, just putting out feelers, or the comprehensive track. When you have all the information, most likely you've won the business. So let's go down the comprehensive track. At any time, I just want to show you that you will see down here the percentage that you've completed of this questionnaire and that you can navigate at any time back or forward if you need to see a slide again or if you want to change an answer. So if you don't have an answer, you can also press enter by just skipping that question. But of course, the more information that we have, the better. So let's chat through what this campaign is going to look like. What brand is it with? So let's say we're just going to fill in that here. We're going to ask you a few questions about your ideal influencer, their gender, how many followers they have, which you can select as many or as few as you like. Let's say I want everybody to be considered but nanos. My ideal influencer already posts about. Let's say this is a tech brand. So we're going to click that it's tech, but I also want them to be a parent. Again, you can select as many here as you like. Now I want you to know about your ideal influencer's audience. Are they male or female, or it doesn't matter? Let's say it doesn't matter in this instance. What's the ideal age breakdown of their audience? I sort of want to skew a little older. So let's say 45 and above. What platforms do you want to create content on? So you can choose as many of you like, including the brand social channels or other, in which case you can type your other answer there. Let's say in this instance, I want to do Instagram and TikTok. What type of Instagram posts would you like to see? I want to do stories and an in-feed photo. How many rounds of Instagram posts would you like? You mentioned that you want in-feed photo and a story set. I'd like 2. How many TikTok videos? Let's say 2 rounds as well. Are you planning to use the content over days, months, or years? So of course, this is pertaining to usage. If you're not reusing the content, go ahead and select D or click it. Let's say in this instance, I want to do it over the course of 6 months. Where will the content be used? The brand's social media only. Let's talk exclusivity. Do you want it? So of course, exclusivity is going to drive up the price, but I do want it. Will your exclusivity be against specific brands or an entire category? Even though it's more expensive, I do want an entire category. What product category? So let's say all technology. Are you requesting exclusivity over days or months? I want months, and I think I want 6 months, the same as my usage. Are you interested in whitelisting? I do, I am. How many days do you want to whitelist the content for? So this is a number of days, keep in mind. Let's say it's 180 days that I want to whitelist the content for. So what minimum engagement are you looking for? I want someone with a high engagement, say like 7%. So next, what does your total talent budget look like? So I have $100,000 to spend over a minimum of 10 influencers. Do you have a creative brief you can share with more details that the managers can take a look at? I do. If I really had that, I would just select a file, or you can drag it here. There is a size limit to keep in mind. What sort of visuals would you like this campaign to have? So this is helpful, again, in finding the correct influencers for you. There's different visual examples, and then of course written out below. Let's say, you know, I want someone who does product shots. Not everybody does. I want somebody who can shoot in a studio. If I have anything other to write, I can write it here, or it can be totally up to the influencer. What are the most important professional attributes of your ideal influencer? This is huge. So either you can say, I just want them to be professional and do all of these things. It doesn't matter to me. Or you can select up to 3 of these. So let's say I need them to be okay with edits, and I do need them to be okay with a long approval process because my brand is tricky. What are your main goals for this partnership? So I want sales. Okay. Are there any niche requests we should know about? Is there any particular data you need from all managers to submit? Consider this your everything else box. So if there's any other information that you want to communicate to these talent managers, use this box here. So let's say I'm looking for all managers to submit the location breakdown of each influencer. Plus, I need everyone to be located in LA. Anything you want, you just list it in there. When does the first piece of content need to go live by? So let's say I need it to go live on the end of January. And if today is the 4th of December, we can have content, we can have a list for you by the following day. So we have a 24-hour turnaround. Great. What's your last name? And what's your email address? And wonderful. If you have another casting, you can click that there. It'll reset the form. Otherwise, that's how quick it is. Again, at the bottom, it's showing you the percentage, so you know about how long it is to complete. The answers have logic built in. So if you answer yes or no to a question, you might skip the subsequent questions. And it's very thorough, of course, but for the purpose of getting the right information to the right manager, so you don't have a million follow-up questions, and we can get you the best possible names. So just to share with you also what the results look like when you receive them. So this is an actual casting that we did today. You can see that it was due on 12/4 for an entertainment brand. I whited out all the data that was shared here, but this is just to give you an idea of the results that you'll receive. So you'll get a list of all the talent managers' names, the company name, their email. So from this point on, we remove ourselves from the conversation. So you can go ahead and email directly to any of the managers if you like their talent. The number of influencers are listed here that they submitted. We do cap it at either 5 or 10 as a maximum amount of influencers they can submit. The reason we do this is we want them to put thought into who they're submitting. We don't want them to submit just a roster. We want them to be really thoughtful and make sure it's the right fit for your brand. This is the submission type. So they can submit their lists in one of 2 ways. Either they could submit a deck, which will either be a attachment. You click this here and it downloads it to your computer, or a Google Sheet, something like this. The other submission type is through our system, and it'll say here, if it wasn't whited out, it'll say WIIM system. So in that case, then you'll just jump over to here and you'll see there are links to all of these influencers. It'll tell you why that person is perfect to work with this specific brand. And if there's any analytics, a media kit, or a one sheet that they want to add as supplemental information. And then this just goes to the right and you have influencer 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this example, it was up to 5 influencers that they share. So those are what the results look like when we send them to you. And last but not least, This is how you become a member and who gets what. So as a premium member, you, as an insider, you'll get one complimentary WIIMcast per month, which includes everything we just saw and distribution to our managers. And you'll get that summary recap, of course, of the results. If you're a VIP, you get up to 5 of those per month, which is great, of course. Means you do a little bit more casting on a regular basis. And last but not least, if you love our system, you get great results and you want to continue to support great small businesses, we would love to extend more than 5 to you. So just get in touch and we can discuss those packages as well. So it's been great running through this demo. Any and all feedback, we are super open to it. We just want to make it sure it works for you. We demo tested this for months and this is what we came up with. So we think it's a solid product, really excited about it. And I hope you find a lot of great people through WIIM.